Hey guys, it's time for the question of the week. Today's question comes from one of my YouTube subscribers. And it's a good question because it will help me illustrate something else that happens during this journey. And the question is, why does the twin flame come back or return even before you start balancing out your fear-based energy? And this this needs to be explained in the way that there are two distinct relating dynamics in the twin flame journey prior to aligning and balancing the work that's necessary for this journey. The two differently relating experiences and dynamics are that the first one is that you're twin flame and you having an awesome time together and the energies build up, and then when the energies repel, the twin flame, the pull twin flame ghosts or just cuts off or tells you to fuck off and totally blocks you. Okay, that is the first relating dynamic. You never hear from them for months, years, whatever it is, right? They block you. They're gone. They're just gone. They disappear. The second relating dynamic is the one that this question pertains to, and that is that twin flames can get stuck in the push-pull, fear-based relating pattern. Remember, the fear-based energy is push and pull. So you can get stuck doing that. You can push, the twin flame will pull away, but then, come back and then push and pull again. And it repeats in this, continuous, heartbreaking cycle. And, which one is better? I mean, I don't know. The grass seems to always be greener for people. I personally was involved in the first type of relating dynamic. So, I can't say that I speak personally about the second type. I do know from many students that with the second type, it's every time they come back and then leave again, it's like going through the whole turmoil all over again, right? So, whatever, none is better than the worst. None means your journey is better or worse than anyone else's. It's just the way it is, right? So those are the two distinct different relating patterns that twin flames have prior to balancing out the fear-based push-pull energy. So what this question refers to, obviously, is the second one. And that's exactly why the twin flame can come back before you work on balancing your energy or shifting closer into alignment with your soul, is because you're stuck in that fear-based push-pull back and forth relating pattern. And so, but if you stay there, if you do that without balancing out your fear-based push-pull energy, you are just going to remain in that heartbreaking, never-ending, soul-crushing cycle. And it's not a fun cycle to be in. And I have students who have been stuck in that cycle for decades, even years, decades. It's long, tedious, very painful, as you can imagine, every single time. Pattern. It's, from the way they've explained it to me and what I've seen them deal with, it's, they get, they're sitting there waiting for every return of their twin flame, thinking and hoping, that of course it will be permanent and it will be better and blissful and, for good. And, it's not, obviously, it never can be until that fear-based, your push energy, which then also will balance out your pull, which is your twin flame, until that fear-based push-pull energy is balanced out. You will be stuck in that relating pattern. And that's why it is very important to break that relating dynamic as soon as you can, as soon as you notice that, hey, and it resonates that this is what I'm stuck in, right? It's my students, it's a very important first step is to, break contact. If your twin flame still comes and goes, don't allow them back in physically. Give yourself the time and space to focus on yourself. It's necessary to have that in order to shift closer into alignment with your soul and to balance out your fear-based push energy. And then to break that relating pattern, unless you want to be stuck in that pattern forever, in which case, you just know you're going to be going through all the turmoil every single cycle of it. So thank you for that question. This is a good question, and I like that it allowed me to show the contrast and difference between the two different relating dynamics of twin flames prior to balance. And if you guys have any other questions, definitely send them to me. I will get to them, I promise, in some future videos. And have a great weekend, everyone, and lots of love.